Dear friends, I am at Dr. Dave's house. Dr. Dave Stone and Dr. Francine, they have given Father Mike Dibble an apartment in their campus for him to stay.
For 20 years.
And they're still talking to each other. Father Mike Dibble celebrated 60 years as a priest on May 28th. And we are planning to celebrate his 60th ordination anniversary on the 21st of June, which is Father's Day at 9 a.m. Mass. But I want to ask a couple of questions to Father Mike. The first question I wanted to ask him was, but I'm going to pass that question, but I will state the question anyway. How come all his students were seen looting in New York during the past couple of days? But we'll pass that one. Father Mike Dibble, can you tell us when you were ordained and what were your feelings as a young priest at that time?
I was ordained on May the 28th, 1960. And the second question was?
The second question was, as a young priest, what were you thinking about as you were ordained a priest?
The day I was ordained?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that we had it spread out on the floor of the cathedral in front of the tabernacle. And I remember how cold the marble floor was, the first sensation of how cold it was. And then we were 28 of us, so it took quite a while to be ordained on that occasion. And my father was home dead drunk, but my brother was in the audience. He was a little high on dope. That was my family. You want the story? You'll get the story with nothing cleaned up about it. Afterwards, I went to where we were all supposed to meet our family, and each had a classroom down the street on Madison Avenue. And I had one person in my classroom, my brother. My father was home, as I explained. There were no relatives. My mother and father were both single kids as growing up, and we had no relatives. I mean, that's literally true. It's not a moan of despair. It's literally true. No aunts, uncles, or cousins. My mother had died at the age of 32. As I say, my father on that day was dead drunk. I'd stayed drunk for a week. My brother was there, but he was a little high on cocaine. Should we go on with this? Is this depressing enough?
No, but tell us about, in the midst of all that, as a young priest.
Oh, as a young priest.
What were you aspiring to do? What was going through your mind?
What was your motivation?
Well, I was wondering what kind of parish I would be sent to. Would it be a city parish or a country parish and so forth? None of us knew until we got the envelope that weekend. And I was sent to a very lovely parish in upstate New York named Millbrook with a just wonderful pastor. Kindest, wittiest, wonderful. I was so lucky to get a very young, I mean, he himself wasn't so young, but his attitude was very joyful and humorous. And I was there for, 6 years. And then I was sent to teach. But it was the best pastor you could hope to get as a new, young, scared priest. He was a great pastor.
Now, after 60 years as a priest,
Yeah.
what's the one thing that you are so proud of or you're so grateful for?
That I was able to teach all those years.
Awesome. And
in a Catholic school with Catholic kids. It was a great joy. As I was talking about 1960 now, quite a while back.
Now, I see that one of your illustrious students is sitting next to you, Dr. Dave Stone.
Well, I always refer to Mike as the best teacher I never had, actually. But I think it's important to mention that my parents went to Father Mike Dibble's first Mass because my cousin and godfather, they were in the same class together. And so they went to the first Mass, and my mother said, "You've got to come to California." And that was in 1960.
She said it to me, yes.
Yeah.
It was
And
so
then
lovely. Yes.
In 1962, lo and behold, Mike came, and he kept coming. And he's been coming ever since.
Never lose me.
And I met Mike for the first time in 1962 when I think he was 26 years old, had hair,
Yeah, I did.
and a little bit of acne, as I recall.
Probably. And you had a big bow tie. How old were you? 8, 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a big bow tie and a big grin.
You know, Mike, it's so nice that we can have this conversation today. And sitting next to Father Mike is Father Brian. And Father Brian, one word about Father Mike, if you were to say, you've been with him for so long.
Oh, he's an extraordinary character. I
Thank
have
you.
not,
Thank you.
and if you ever want to know anything about the cinema of the 50s or 60s, he's the one. He's the one.
Amen.
Amen.
He's the maestro. He knows everything about the cinema of the 50s and 60s.
Oh, those years. Thank you.
Yeah.
Those years.
And the 40s.
Yeah.
And a little bit of the 30s.
Yeah, but he's just such an open person, and everybody in the parish just loves Mike Dibble.
Thank you.
That is the truth, as I stand here and swear.
So thank you so much, Father Brian. And Father Mike, I just wanted to know that on the 21st of June, which is Father's Day, at the 9 a.m. Mass, it's an outdoor Mass.
Uh-huh.
You will be celebrating Mass for us, and we will be celebrating your 60 years of priesthood, but in a very special way, your ministry to Christ the King. We are so happy you are a great priest, and we hope to continue to engage with you in the days and years to come.
Thank you.
And
Thank
you can share with us about your life, your excitement, and all that you're grateful for the last 60 years. Thank you so much.
Don't
And-
forget the buzzard.
Yeah, don't forget the buzzard. Yes.
Still have that somewhere in the attic.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
We look forward to your celebration.
Thank you.